Yeah, it feels amazing. Yeah, it feels like the team has really good momentum this season, and all the races we've been allowed to sail, we've been on the podium, and we need to take this confidence forward, and we are improving all the time, and yeah, it's very nice. It's been full on today. It's obviously not easy at all to win. We took high risks. It paid off, but it was really close not to be on the other side, no? So yeah, amazing day for us.
And one of the starts was extremely close with a penalty that you didn't obviously get awarded. How much is it knowing when to push in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, no, the fleet is so close that you need to take high risk to be able to have a chance to win. And yeah, it's about threading the needle. It's so easy to be on the other side that you need to decide it beforehand, kind of the mindset you need to go with for racing. And yeah, for us today it was about taking those risks, and yeah, as I said, it's amazing to pull it off.
And what was that battle like with the Kiwis? Obviously they wanted to make the final as well, and that finish was pretty incredible.
Yeah, it feels like we had battles the whole day through today. First with the Kiwis to make this final. They were in a very hard position before the finish in the second race, and they did an amazing job giving themselves a chance to be in the final. And yeah, we just managed to pull it off by some meters, and then in the final again with the Swedish was a very close one. So an amazing day of racing.
How was that decision, that final turning gate at the top, to know to turn left or right?
In the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was really tough because this top right gate was favoured, but the Swedish were going to drop off the foils going that way, so we really tried to nail the ley line and to keep on the foils on the left turn, and yeah, it paid off by a little bit in the end.
It was a really fun final. First time we've done it with 4 boats, which was really cool to be a part of. And yeah, we had our work cut out for us after rounding Mark 1 in 4th, but the team did an awesome job of just keeping the boat going fast. The boat speed seems to be there and the handling's there, and Julia was doing a great job with some good decisions around the track. And yeah, we almost got there, got up into second, and we got past the Spanish, but yeah, they did a fantastic job on the last run just to hold us off. So overall, really pleased with the event.
And yeah, the weekend was generally really good for you guys. What sort of clicked this weekend?
We've just been working at just trying to refine everything within the program. I think we've sort of realised after a little while that the handling and speed is on par with the top teams, but we've just been struggling with some of the tactical calls, but also some of the starting. And today and yesterday was finally some good starts leading around Mark 1, which was really pleasing. But we've just got to try and do more of that moving forward. So we're through the halfway stage of the season. We're still in with a shot of the final, and we just got to keep chipping away.
Yeah, and it was really good for us. Super positive day. The whole event, actually, even Friday on practice, we saw some really good signs. And final, we just had a really good start. Just couldn't quite get P1 at Mark 1, but then it meant we were really fighting against the big dogs. And yeah, we were really happy to overtake the Aussies at the end. I think it's a strong testament from our team.
Yeah, I guess climbing back in that final, what was the trick? What did you guys do well this weekend?
Well, I think we tried actually to sail a bit more heads out of the boat and look a bit around more like you would do in any typical boat. It's quite easy to get dragged in the numbers, in the software and in everything, and I think in the end it's still a sailboat, so you've got to find the pressure, find the shifts, and I think that's why we did better this time.
And what does this result mean, I guess, for the team, like as a turning point in the season?
Yeah, it's really good. I think it switches the momentum. I think we already had a good result in Bermuda. New York didn't quite go our way, but we were feeling quite good. And I think it shows we are, building something strong. And it's still a long season. We have to find the consistency, but I think we see that, if we are on our day, we can fight anyone. So that's really positive.
We don't feel great. I mean, that's the first time of a 4-boat final, and one boat has to miss out on the podium, and that's us. Yeah, so yeah, that's all right. We saved our worst race for last, unfortunately. We sailed really well all week, and then we had a shocker at the end. So, look, that's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, we sailed well all week.
Season-wise, you guys are looking super strong, obviously with Emirates missing out. At the beginning of the season, you had this points gap. How would you feel?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we were going to have, I think it's 19 points or something over second place halfway through the year, would be taking it definitely with both hands. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way I'm built. I'm upset with today, and I want to do better. Goobs said, "Oh, pretty good though. We've had 3 wins and a 4th." And I said, "Well, Goobs, that's a British mentality there, mate. Like, that's not good enough on this team. We got to do better than that." So we're having some jokes, but it's not good enough in my eyes. And I know the season points are good. Everyone keeps trying to tell me it's all good, but I want to win every event. Yeah.
Just talk us through that final. I guess what kind of went wrong for you guys?
In the final, we didn't have a great start. Artemis did a good job sort of covering us low and making us quite slow coming back to the line, and we had to start at the pin end because of that. And then we tried to sort of get out of phase with them a little bit, and then basically at the top marks first time, I decided to take a bit of a risk, and I saw the pressure on the inside that Artemis jibed for, but I thought, you know what, this is a chance to get a good separation. I thought I don't want to follow them for the rest of the race, and I chose the wrong time to split. I should have jibed in that pressure, kept it close for a bit longer, and then attacked up the next upwind, but I chose the wrong time to split, and that actually put us out of phase for the next lap, basically. We never had enough wind to tack back with the Swiss and stay in phase, so yeah, a lot of losses, and yeah, it's all right. We'll be right.
Yeah, awesome to, I suppose, make it through a first event back. Felt like we gave ourselves a lot of opportunities to miss the final today, so I think it's really encouraging for the group to feel so much disappointment in just missing out. But yeah, really excited to be back. Felt like we're improving the whole weekend, and yeah, really excited where we can get to by the rest of the end of the season.
Take us through that moment, that final race that you competed in, where you just narrowly missed getting ahead of the Spanish, but really make it difficult on the Spanish. Everyone, even the commentary team, were saying Pete Burling basically took Diego to school on just trying to get that window open. Take us through just how that went with the progression of the race, and you being like, all right, we're going to try to see if Denmark can catch up a bit, try to swing it around. Just walk us through how that went down.
Yeah, we'd got a boat between a couple of times. We obviously needed one between us and them. Managed to keep them behind us the whole race, but you know they managed to get back in front of Denmark. So yeah, we thought the only option was to try and slow them down. Maybe should have been a little bit more aggressive a little bit earlier on, but you know, it was great to give it a go, and you know, it probably was a 50-50 at the end whether they were going to get there or we were going to get there. So for us it's just all about learning, and it was really exciting to be able to get give that a go and be right in the hunt for the finals. And then obviously seeing our fleet going and performing so well in the finals as well. Really felt like we were tougher side of the draw, and performing at the right end of that side of the draw. So it's a little bit of damage for a couple of boats today as well. It's been the first time we've sailed in that configuration in the upper range. So it's feel like the other teams had definitely an upper hand having done that in New York and in Rio. But yeah, we felt like we're improving all day and really excited by the progress.
Now you flip the page, you're leaving the Americas, obviously left the APAC leg of SailGP this season already. Just how does it feel to now move forward to Europe and what that brings? Obviously a lot of the fleet are familiar with those waters that we're sailing in, courses ahead. How is the team going to approach the next few legs?
Yeah, we had a great start into the European League last year. Feel really comfortable in the Portsmouth waters. Normally a little bit more breeze than some of the other racetracks that we go to, and really open, dynamic course. So, really excited to, I suppose, be back in the league. Get a solid event under our belt and just be able to build from here. We definitely know there's a long way to go in this season. A lot of events left, and we want to be at the right end of the fleet for as many of them as possible.
Much better day. Looking back at yesterday, it wasn't a bad day either. A few minor mistakes that clearly we had to touch up for today, and went out there and performed today, which was really nice. And it's good season points in the end, and tough to just miss out on the final once again. But overall, really happy with the progress and how we're sailing the boat.
And what was your take on this quick format throughout the weekend?
Yeah, I mean it's a tough call. It's not up to us in the end, and I think that they're just doing what they want to do, and we trust that they're making the right decision. So we're going to go with that.
Is it nice, I guess, sometimes when it's patchy and a little bit lighter to have a bit more space around the house?
We're happy to race either way. We like the action, and I think that we're happy with the big fleets and we're happy with the small fleets as we've shown today. So yeah, you know, it's again not a decision that we're going to make, and we're going to race with how they tell us to go out there and race.
Well, this rounds out the America leg. We're off to Europe next. What are you expecting Europe to deliver?
Yeah, hopefully some good things. I think we've had some tough events and some tough weather in the in the recent past. So yeah, hoping for some picture perfect sailing. Portsmouth is always going to be pretty windy, it sounds like. And then Geneva probably on the light side, and a new venue in Valencia. So unsure what to expect. Oh, in Germany, of course, Sassnitz. That's a great place to sail. So we're looking forward to that.
Today's was way better than expected. Good breeze, nice for the spectators as well. It was a good day, cool day to watch. We had mixed day. We felt good on the boat, but had medium stars and kind of made our way through the racing today. Unfortunately, the constellation was not helping us. We are sitting on same points with 5th on 8, so this is not a good outcome for us. But yeah, we take our learnings from here and work it out for next time.
Now we flip the page to European waters, including a home event, Sassnitz, coming up in 2 months. Just walk us through the excitement of just sort of less travel time, a little bit more familiar waters. How does it feel to flip the page to the next one?
It's good to be back and good to have a couple of events pretty close to each other. Also, like in August, September, a couple of events in a row, which always helps us with the amount of days we spend on the boats to get more confident sailing the boats. So we're looking forward to this.
Oh, so nice. I'm just so glad for all of Halifax that the weather played ball today, and we had an epic day of racing. No, it was amazing to be a part of, and disappointing that we couldn't crawl up anymore given our day yesterday, but hey, that is what it is. But yeah, we've ended on a high today.
And even like throughout the races, you were overtaking boats and things like that, so how much confidence, I guess, does that give you?
Yeah, I think we've got to take the positivity from that. As you say, we were moving the right way through the fleet, which is really something that we've been struggling with for the early part of this season. So that's super nice to see. But yeah, yesterday was just really hurt us. And I think we finished 7th overall, which certainly feels like we sailed better than that today for sure. But hey, on to Portsmouth now.
What was that first finish like when the fans were just going absolutely insane?
It was incredible. I mean, we're in our own little world with our comm system and our earphones in, and a lot of effort goes into noise cancelling. But we could hear them. We could hear them. They were loud. It was amazing. Yeah, really amazing.
Yeah, look, obviously all in all the weekend it was just nice to be racing. The boat was, very beaten up after New York, so to come back here and have a boat is firstly a miracle, and we're obviously super grateful to everything that SailGP did to get our boat to the start line in this event. And she's certainly rough, but she was ready. But that's all right. She's off to Portsmouth now to get sort of a whole respray and tickled up nicely and get some proper shape back in that hull. But look, a disappointing weekend, to be honest. We just weren't really firing at all, and sort of big picture wise, we need to go and review how we're set up and what we're doing, because it's the performance isn't there, and we're not happy about it. So things will change between now and Portsmouth, and what that is, we're a little unsure, but we need to make some changes because we're not firing at the moment.
And how does it feel? I think obviously a good chunk of the season's already passed. America's winners are over, going to European waters. But I'm sure a good amount of the fleet are used to some of these waters, that we're sort of going to for the European run. How does it feel now flip the page and go into Europe?
Yeah, nice to get up into Europe. It's obviously the same time zone for all of us, so it's a much nicer venues to sort of travel to, a little less taxing on the body. So it's going to be nice to sort of, I guess, push the reset button and try and go and do a bit of damage in the European legs before the sort of end of the season comes into play. So it's we're not really thinking too much about it, but definitely nice to be in the same time zone for once.
Yeah, difficult weekend for the French team. We missed 2 or 3 big opportunities. Honestly, I still think we were able to reach the final, but we were not accurate enough and probably not convinced enough. Sorry. So need to debrief and try to find a way to just deliver these opportunities. and just get rid of all the changes and no excuses. I mean, the situation is as it is, and we need to deal with it. And I still believe this weekend we were able to perform, and we just missed the opportunity.
Yeah, so firstly it was like fantastic conditions out there. Just great that SailGP moved the race window forward, and we were really enjoying the conditions. Flat water, good breeze, and in one of the warm-up laps during a bear away, we got a leeward hill bear away, and then we lost the rudder, which unfortunately meant the boat just spun round out of control, and in doing so the wing landed on the shrouds and ended up breaking multiple elements of the flap, so that sort of ruled us out for the entire day.
Now you sort of flip the page and look ahead to Portsmouth, which I'm sure the team always wants to perform in front of a home crowd. Just talk about sort of the excitement flipping the page from the Americas events here at SailGP now to moving to Europe.
Yeah, really looking forward to getting to Portsmouth in our home event. I'm very thankful the tech team do such a good job, and I'm sure we'll be fighting fit and the boat will be in great shape for that. So yeah, we're just looking forward to that home crowd, and we've had a roller coaster of a season so far, so hopefully we're going to be back on the up and looking forward to giving a good show to the home fans.
So what happened, we had a close one with the Canadians coming into the bottom mark. We were a bit late to get the board on the lock, so down speed turn, and I thought we'd got an overlap going into the zone, so we went to go in there, and it would become obvious that they weren't going to give us much room, so we kind of I didn't want to bear away too soon, and then we just tried to find the gap between them and the mark and clip the mark. So it was a misjudgment on my behalf, but I was obviously hesitant to put the boats closer together especially after the last event. So frustrating, but plenty of positives to come out of this weekend.
Yeah, talk about those positives. I mean, like, how was it for you driving the F50 and racing against the best in the world again?
Oh, it's fantastic to get back in the driving spot. I think we did four races, including the one that was abandoned, and out of those four was second round Mark 1 in three of those. So it was a great step forward in the starting, which we've been trying to focus on a lot. The comms, we've still got a lot of work to do, but I think it was a step forward. And again, it's just about, I think the team's on a bit better trajectory now, and we've got to see what the future holds and how we set up for the future. But I think we're in a good state.
What's it like, I guess, like normally sitting in this strategy position to have the wheel and I guess process all that extra stuff?
Oh, it's definitely a different challenge, but something I'm much more kind of used to. It feels hard to be sat in the back and not having control, but it's nice to sit in the back to see the whole play, what's happening, because you can learn a lot, and I really feel that like the role swap gives us both a really good appreciation for what happens in each other's spot, and I'm sure that'll make us stronger going forward.
And do you know the extent of the damage yet?
I think it was just damage to the outboard tip of the board, and whether that's affected the cant ram inside. I think there was a bit of a worry that the cant ram had got pushed out of place, so maybe it's not a big job, but we should be easily back for Portsmouth.
Nicolai, another tough day out there. You guys had a bit more boat speed around the track, or were you struggling?
We didn't have so much boat speed in the first race, but we also had an issue. We couldn't get the starboard board up, because we broke one of the buttons, I think. Second race was quite a bit better, a bit more speed. We were slippery a bit more. We fight a bit more with the other teams. We had some close racing with France, New Zealand and Spain, so that was quite positive. And yeah, I think we just got to accept this is where we are at the moment, and we can't keep saying bad days. We just got to accept this is where we are, and let's try and get better.
And what was the configuration like today? Obviously, it looked pretty hard at the beginning of the day with big boards and big wings.
To be honest, it was perfect configuration today. There was probably the best call from SailGP in a long time, this configuration today, with the big wings and big foils. I mean, I'd rather go that way so you have enough power instead of the other way, because I'm thinking of the spectators. You have to have some action, and whether we like it or not, the more action we have, the more fun this product is to watch, and we just got to all accept that, in my view. So I think it was good configuration, being a bit overpowered, and then we just got to try and deal with it.